Welcome to another exclusive celebrity house tour. Today we're taking you inside one of the most stunning homes out there, where luxury, style, and over-the-top amenities come together. From jaw-dropping architecture to million-dollar views, get ready for an inside look at how the rich and famous really live. Let's check it out.
It seems to me like everyone is interested in the Kardashian-Jenner clan and their lifestyles, even if we don't want to admit it. The family is made up of megastars and they're living the dream, so it makes sense that we're all curious. You guys also seem to like the Kardashian-Jenner videos, so on that note, we're going to be looking at one of the other sisters' homes, Kendall. Kendall Jenner, like Kylie, is one of the youngest in the family and she's only 23 at the time of this video. She's a reality TV star, influencer, and supermodel who has 115 million followers on Instagram at the time of this recording. Forbes also crowned her the world's highest paid model back in 2017. Not too surprising. She might be young, but like the rest of the family, Kendall is doing well. Her net worth is assumed to be over 18 million, so she's definitely set. Although she isn't in the public eye as much as some of her sisters, it's what makes her a bit different, and I kinda like that about Kendall. The Kardashian-Jenner clan has purchased up a ton of real estate in an area of Calabasas called Hidden Hills. It's been basically deemed a real estate compound for the family since Kim and Kanye have their gargantuan mansion here. Kylie has her mansion there as well as a few more homes, and Mama Bear Kris has her house there too. Khloe and Kourtney also have their homes beside them, and Rob was living in one of Kylie's properties there, but I'm not sure if he still is. Point being is that Kendall seems to be the only family member who doesn't live or have a home in the Hidden Hills. Maybe she likes to distance herself a little bit from some of the drama, or there were just no houses left there that she liked. Hey guys, it's Kara and we've been trying something a little different here on this channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Kendall Jenner's $8.5 million mansion in Beverly Hills and see what her place is like. Let's start with a recap of where Kendall used to live before we look at her current mansion, because she did move quite a bit. Back in 2016, Kendall did an interview with Vogue and it took place in her family home. At the time, Kendall already lived on her own, but she's never really given a home tour aside from her closet. So Kendall actually moved out when she was only 19 and started her solo living in an LA condo. She bought it for $1.3 million in the Wilshire building that's located in the Westwood area of LA. Apparently a trendy spot. It was 2,068 square feet with high ceilings, a bunch of windows, 2 beds, and 2.5 bathrooms. Yes, it was expensive and gorgeous, but when we know what this family is capable of, that is super small, even for a teen. Kendall's condo had a great kitchen, living room, office, and more, as well as a clean and modern design. I know any Jenner sister can do better than that though. Kendall's main complaint was the lack of closet space. She said, "It's hard at my condo because I don't have enough closet space. I also have a rack of clothes. It's so messy, I hate it." I feel that girl, really. But I can't upgrade mine like she did. I think my main complaint would actually be the monthly owner fees here for the condo, which were over $3,500 US a month at the time. Yikes. Either way, Kendall moved on from this condo after about 2 years and made a nice upgrade. She purchased what was previously John Krasinski and Emily Blunt's house for $6.5 million, located close to the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. This home was just slightly bigger, with 4,800 square feet, 3 stories, 6 bedrooms, and 5 bathrooms. Kendall's second home also had a rooftop pool, a massive walk-in closet to satisfy her needs, a 3-car garage, and gorgeous floor-to-ceiling windows all over the house. The glass wall on the first floor in the living room opened up to a pool and outdoor patio that made it perfect for entertaining guests. Unfortunately, despite the fact that Kendall's home was highly secure and in a gated community, she managed to get broken into only about a month into living at her new spot. Apparently, $200,000 worth of jewelry was stolen too. When TMZ reported on the incident, Kendall fought back, saying that them releasing her address is the reason for all of this happening. She has a point. This isn't the only time this has happened to Kendall. She said that even in her old condo, she got robbed before, stating, "I got robbed. I had stalkers that literally broke in while I was home. It happened one too many times and I just felt trapped." So it was on to her current home. Now let's finally look at where Kendall's living now. This mansion is located in Mulholland Estates, where she's neighbors with stars like DJ Khaled and Christina Aguilera. It's also supposed to be more secure here than her last place. So if you're wondering what this place has to do with Charlie Sheen, he was actually the previous owner. But Kendall obviously had to make the home her own and spent about a year doing renovations. Houses in this area usually go for the high multi-million-dollar price range, so it seems like it was in Kendall's ballpark. She spent $8.55 million on this spot. Considering Kendall's privacy issues in the past, she is far less open about her home than her sisters are. Her address is not accessible, and even pictures of the interior of her home are hard to come by. Kendall's home is 6,625 square feet and has 5 beds, 8 baths, and all the fixing on the properties as well, including the large backyard, pool, tennis court, fire pit, and a playground. I'm not sure exactly what the star has changed since she moved in, but I'm assuming she kept the pool. At the front of the estate, there's also a gorgeous fountain and big wooden doors. From some of the listing photos, you can tell that it's a Spanish-style mansion, and the interior before was pretty homey. Seems there was a lot of wooden accents and Buddha decor. I think that since Kendall did her renovations, she made the home sleeker and more elegant to match her style. From the few times that Kendall or her family members did post her house, we can see the fresh design, like when Kourtney took to IG showing it off. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we can see a bit of Kendall's living room. She actually kept the same fireplace as before, but changed the floors here. Compared to before, you might think that now it's a different house, but you can also see the same arches present in Kendall's pics. It just looks less cluttered and dated than it did on the listing photos. Some other features inside the home include a large dining room, an office, a gorgeous marble kitchen, multiple living areas, and even a movie theater. Since Kendall occupied the place, the dining room now has a large wooden table, wicker seats, a gold accent lamp, and vintage photos on the wall. The interior colors are also much more neutral. I heard that Charlie Sheen also had his home movie theater decked out in a cheesy and outdated design with a lot of red interior. I'm just gonna assume Kendall switched that up too. It's pretty lame that Kendall hasn't shown off her house more, but given her situation, it makes sense. She has done a closet tour in the past, but I'm not sure if that was at her current home. I think it was before she moved in.
These are from recent years, but they're so good. This one's actually one of my favorites. Oh my God, this is like a workout. These jeans I stole, don't tell anyone, from a photo shoot. They're Marc Jacobs, and I was obsessed with the star on the butt, and I shot in them from a Vogue.
I have no doubt her closet in the current home is even better if that's the case. Oh, and she showed us a photo of her pantry. Really exciting, Kendall. Actually, it's so organized, so I personally do find that really exciting. To be honest, I kind of liked a lot of the previous interior, even though there was a lot of drapery and excessive decorations in some areas. The wooden beams throughout the high ceilings looked really nice, so I wonder if she kept those accents. And if you are wondering where Kendall lived while this reno was going down, since it took about a year, I know that one place she shacked up was this house in the Beverly Hills Grove area of LA that was $25K a month. For $25K, it better be something special. Firstly, Kendall was said to be renting this place out with Ben Simmons, who was her boyfriend at the time, but now they've been on a break.
You slept with someone else?
We were on a break, okay?
Anyways, maybe they were sharing rent. This house was 4,052 square feet, 2 stories, and super modern. It was a pretty open concept on the main floor and hosted 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. The master suite has a terrace too, and it overlooks the pool and spa. Although Kendall is probably living her best single life now in her official mansion, I'm sure the two enjoyed their summer in this $25,000 rental, that's for sure. So these days, Kendall is all set up in her Mulholland Estates mansion, and from the digging I did, I would say she's safe from any future stalkers or robbers, considering her address isn't out there for the public, unlike some of her sisters. I'm definitely disappointed that the star hasn't shared much of her beautiful home, but you can get a pretty good idea about Kendall's tastes. I'm sure that part of the reason she didn't get a house in the Hidden Hills like the rest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan is to keep some independence and privacy, which seems like it's working. Kendall doesn't need to show off or flaunt her house for us to know that it's epic. The lot on her current house was already so nice when she purchased. There was so much greenery, creating a gorgeous landscape and peaceful vibe that's probably hard to come by in the heart of LA. And yeah, Kendall definitely changed the place a lot since Charlie Sheen lived there.
Hey Dee, it's Kendall Jenner. Welcome to my house. Come on in.
Kendall
Kendall Jenner recently opened her doors to show off her newly remodeled mansion Mulholland Estates, which is rare for the low-key member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan.
The overall vibe that I was going for was really peaceful. I wanted to feel super calm.
She bought the multi-million-dollar property back in 2017 from none other than Charlie Sheen, and after some time-consuming renovations, the place has been transformed into the sanctuary Kendall's always dreamed of. We'll take a look at her new and improved home, and we even found the listing. Kendall Jenner is a model, media personality, influencer, and member of basically the world's most famous family, the Kardashian-Jenners. But unlike her sisters, it seems Kendall prefers to stay out of the public eye a little more. I think we can all agree that she's one of the most private and low-key members of the family, if not the most. Although she may not have as much real estate as her billionaire sister Kylie, Kendall has still lived in some beautiful homes, and her current place seems to be the nicest of them all. She bought the place a few years back, but only now has she truly made the place her own. Apparently, she's spent over a year on renovating the place just to make sure it's perfect. Kendall said about her Los Angeles home, "I like a house that has character. When I walked into this place, I was immediately drawn to the peaceful, Spanishy, farmhousey vibe. My life involves a lot of chaos and travel and high energy, so I wanted a home that feels serene, a place where I can simply zone out and relax." In 2017, Kendall was named the world's highest paid model by Forbes, and although she might be a little quieter, she's still making a ton of dough. At the moment, her estimated net worth is at about $45 million or more, so not too bad for a 24-year-old. Hey guys, it's Kara, and today we're doing another house tour here on Famous Entertainment. Last year, we looked at the homes of Kendall Jenner, but since she just revealed her newly remodeled Los Angeles hideaway, it was about time for a serious update. The place looks so much better now, and it's actually all her style. We'll take a look at Kendall's current home, where she used to live, and more. If you like these videos, make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell to be notified when we post so you can always be up to date. We've also done house tours in the likes of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen and Zayn Malik, and we'll link to some at the end. Follow me on Instagram to chat, and as usual, let me know whose house tour is next in those comments down below. Now let's get into this video. Before Kendall lived in her current home, she had a modern mansion close to the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. It was her first big home purchase, and the home previously belonged to star couple John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. Kendall paid $6.5 million for this place, which spanned 4,800 square feet over 3 stories, with 6 beds and 5 baths. Tucked at the end of a private gated driveway in one of the fanciest neighborhoods in the Hollywood Hills, this home was exquisitely designed and crafted, also offering beautiful views of Los Angeles. There were soaring ceilings and towering walls, ideal for hanging art here, as well as an indoor-outdoor vibe throughout the home. An oversized steel and wood door opened up to the massive great room with floor-to-ceiling windows and brick accents. Nearby, there was the gourmet kitchen with Italian cabinets, marble counters, and a large center island. Other highlights include a bar, media room, freestanding fireplace, and home gym. Not to mention, there was an oversized walk-in closet with the master suite to accommodate the model's ever-expanding wardrobe. One of the best features of Kendall's previous home was definitely the rooftop deck. Sliding glass doors on the 3rd floor open up to this patio space, decked out with a dining area, lounge, and fireplace. Any entertainer's dream. In addition to offering views of the hills and canyon, the terrace also looks out onto the secluded pool. Down on the lower level, where the pool is located, you'll find another outdoor fireplace to relax by as well. Despite Kendall's modern mansion being highly secure and in a gated community, her home was broken into only after about a month of living there. According to TMZ, about $200K worth of jewelry was stolen, among other things, and this wasn't the first time Kendall was robbed either. She said that even in her old condo she got robbed before, stating, "I got robbed, I had stalkers that literally broke in while I was home. It happened one too many times and I just felt trapped." That being said, Kendall quickly said goodbye to her modern home in Hollywood Hills West, even though she barely got to enjoy it. She sold it for $6.85 million in a deal finalized outside the multiple listing service. At least the final price tag gave her about $350K more in her pocket than she paid for the home back in 2016. In 2017, Kendall invested in a new home, a Spanish-style mini mansion in Beverly Hills. The home costs her $8.55 million and is located on a premium street behind the guarded gates of Mulholland Drive, perfect for a celebrity of her stature. Like I mentioned, the home used to belong to Charlie Sheen, and since Kendall bought the place, she decided she wanted to transform it into a sanctuary totally her own, clearly changing Charlie's previous decoration and vibe of the place. According to listing materials, her home sits on just under an acre of land, and inside spans 6,625 square feet with 5 beds and 6 baths. house. Kendall's home offers a welcoming courtyard with fountain, and inside there's a split-level floor plan throughout. The home has a large dining room, an office, family room, and fully equipped gourmet kitchen. There was also a movie theater which Charlie Sheen used to have decked out in a somewhat over-the-top all-red design, but Kendall has done something totally different with that altogether. Opening the doors to her Mediterranean-style house for the upcoming issue of Architectural Digest, Kendall revealed her preference for neutral tones and an organic vibe. With designers Waldo Fernandez and Kathleen and Tommy Clements, the model and reality star spent a year renovating her home. She created a serene space with a warm, minimal palette. The coziest space seems to be the living room, which offers a fireplace, 2 large sofas, a white shag rug, and wooden beam ceilings.
This is my, I guess, formal living room. I made sure there was no TVs in here. So we get into a lot of deep talks in here. We actually hang out in here more than I thought I would.
Off the bar, you'll find a dark toned powder room with a 300-pound sink that looks like it was carved from a cliff. Definitely earthy, to say the least.
And the guy who did my house basically said it was the hardest part of the entire house was putting this in. They had to try a million times because they had to restructure the walls behind it and stuff.
Kendall transformed the kitchen into a dreamy space with marble countertops, bottle green cabinets, and a large island, which is good because apparently she loves to cook.
Because my last house I never cooked, and then I got here and this kitchen just makes me want to cook.
Beside the kitchen, there's also Kendall's TV room that opens up to the yard outside. There's also an office space with another fireplace attached to a long breezy walkway leading to the courtyard.
I don't personally use it a lot, but my girls do.
In addition to all of the contemporary touches like custom sofas and unique wall art, Kendall showed off her taste for period pieces like an antique Turkish rug, a 19th century French chaise lounge, and a set of teak kitchen stools designed by a mid-century architect. Kendall said she was really proud of her newly renovated property, explaining, "This is the first home I've done completely, and I think it's a genuine reflection of who I am and what I like. In the end, I'm still a young female in LA just trying to have some fun." And remember that outdated movie theater? Well, instead of fixing it up, Kendall opted to turn into something completely different.
This room, which I have now created into an art studio, this was a movie theater for the first year that I lived here, but I had an idea. I was really stressed out. I was working a lot, and me and my friends used to just go in the backyard and paint. I was like, I do that all the time, and I don't really use this room as a theater so much, so I converted it, and I love it.
Yep, she turned it into a full art studio. Kendall also made another big change, converting 2 bedrooms into a fitting room dubbed the Hannah Montana room, and a glam room.
This is where I do all my fittings and kind of throw clothes in here. This is where I pack for long trips or trips at all.
She said her fitting room is always kind of a mess. On the walls of the nearby powder room, there are frame magazine covers featuring Kendall herself. Her master suite has beamed ceilings and a massive comfy looking bed. There are also glass doors to walk right outside and an additional seating area or separate lounge with fireplace. Kendall says that her ensuite bathroom may have had the biggest makeover of all the spaces in her home. Some significant structural changes included expanding the shower to twice its size, adding glass to make it feel more open, and raising the ceilings. But the standout piece here has got to be the huge brass tub by Catchpole and Rye. Outside, Kendall's backyard is surrounded by trees, offering extensive privacy. Thanks to the home's shape, many of the rooms have glass doors that open to the outdoor area as well. On the grounds, you'll find lots of seating, a large lawn, and of course, a pool and spa.
From reality TV star to a global runway sensation, Kendall Jenner has built an impressive career for herself, despite being more private than her sisters. While her wealth doesn't quite match that of her sisters Kim and Kylie, the star of the Kardashians is among the highest paid models in the world, with an estimated net worth of $60 million. Kendall's also dabbled in real estate, flipping several properties, like her starter home in West Hollywood, and now she resides in a stunning Spanish-style estate in Los Angeles that once belonged to Charlie Sheen. As a member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, Kendall Jenner's life is always under the spotlight, from her high-profile romances to her close-knit family drama. Despite the chaos of her public persona, Kendall has areas of her life she keeps more private, like the peaceful estate that she calls home. While she hasn't flipped as many homes as her sister Kylie, Kendall made her first move into real estate with the purchase of a stylish condo in the Wilshire, an upscale building in Los Angeles in 2014. Purchased for $1.4 million, Kendall's stylish condo boasted over 2,000 square feet of space and came with access to a ton of luxury amenities. Some of the condo's highlights included expansive windows with views of the city, 2 bedrooms, a bright open-plan lounge, a designer kitchen, and much more, making it an ideal first home for the young socialite. By the time Kendall sold the condo in 2017 for an estimated $1.6 million, she had already moved on. Her next investment was the West Hollywood home previously owned by Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, which she purchased for $6.5 million in 2016. This mid-century brick and glass residence was located at the end of a gated drive just off Sunset Strip and featured 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Plenty of room to entertain her supermodel friends. The open-plan living area included a double-sided fireplace separating the living room from the dining room. The home also boasted an open-plan kitchen with a breakfast bar, a family room, a bar, a media room, and a gym. However, her mom and manager Kris Jenner was concerned about the property's lack of security and privacy, given Kendall's fame. Designed for entertaining, the dining room featured floor-to-ceiling windows that opened to an expansive alfresco living space with stunning views across LA. The home also offered a 2-level roof deck, an outdoor kitchen, and a fireplace where Kendall could unwind on cooler nights. Outside, the property included a tree-shaded pool and sun deck as well. However, due to issues with stalking and burglary, Kendall was actually forced to sell the home in 2017, just a year after purchasing it, proving her mother's point. The 3-story home was then sold for $6.85 million. Kendall Jenner currently lives in a serene estate she purchased in 2017 for $8.55 million that formerly belonged to Charlie Sheen, giving the place a Hollywood history. Tucked away on a private street behind the secure gates of Mulholland Estates, a favorite area among celebs, her Spanish-style mini mansion sits on just under an acre of land. Since acquiring the property, Kendall has transformed the interiors to reflect her unique personality, and as we can see, it offers a different vibe than her sister's homes. Kendall explained to Architectural Digest, "I like a house that has character. When I walked into this place, I was immediately drawn to the peaceful, Spanishy, farmhousey vibe. My life involves a lot of chaos and travel and high energy, so I wanted a home that feels serene, a place where I can simply zone out and relax." Well, it's clear that Kendall has achieved these goals. Her home spans 6,625 square feet and is full of amenities, such as a tranquil courtyard, an art studio, and much more, along with 5 bedrooms and 6 baths. Kendall, who seems to go for neutral colors and a bohemian vibe, worked with designers Waldo Fernandez and Kathleen and Tommy Clements to create her dream home. Among the changes she made were converting 2 of the bedrooms into a glam room and a fitting room, which seems like a natural choice. The Mediterranean-style property welcomes you with a courtyard featuring a fountain, setting the tone for the classy interiors within. Kendall's home includes a split-level floor plan with large dining room, a family room, an office, and a fully equipped gourmet kitchen. Kendall transformed the kitchen into a dreamy space with marble countertops, teal-colored cabinets, and a large island, perfect for someone who enjoys cooking. The media room opens to the yard, and the office space is connected to a breezy walkway that leads to the courtyard. The main living space shows Kendall's style with warm organic textures and earthy tones, complemented by soaring beam ceilings, a wall of arched French doors, and a cozy fireplace. Off of the bar area, a dark-toned powder room features a 300-pound sink that resembles part of a cliff, maintaining her home's earthy aesthetic. When Kendall purchased the home, it had an outdated movie theater decked out in red, which she's since converted into an art studio. Over in Kendall's master suite, it offers more beam ceilings, a luxurious bed, glass doors that open to the outdoor space, a sitting area with a fireplace, and an impressive ensuite. The bathroom underwent a big transformation, with the shower expanded to twice its original size and the addition of glass for an open feel. The ceilings were also raised, and a massive brass tub was added as a statement piece. Outside, Kendall's backyard is surrounded by trees, providing plenty of privacy. The outdoor space includes a stunning pool and spa, a large lawn, and several al fresco lounge areas. The home's shape allows many rooms to have glass doors that open directly to the outside for easy access.
Kourtney Kardashian is the eldest of the Kardashian-Jenner siblings, and she's 40 at the time of this video. Some may say that she's one of the more drama-free of the bunch, while others may say she's the most argumentative of the sisters. Either way, I've always kind of liked Kourtney. Kourtney has a handful of titles, including reality TV star, influencer, model, author, businesswoman, and mother of 3. She clearly does it all. At the moment, she has 81.6 million followers on Instagram. But at the same time, it's clear that Kourtney is the least comfortable with fame in the family. She's talked about moving away to a farm before and just claims that she sometimes can't handle fakeness.
Is there anything I can do to be a better mommy to you?
Be a little bit less strict.
Less strict?
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Maybe tighten up the curse words.
Yes, okay.
And maybe stop, like, looking at stuff on Instagram.
Wow.
Kourtney has been talked about recently after an interview on The Real because she suggested she might even be done with keeping up with the Kardashians, but I don't think that'll be happening yet.
A rumor that you might be leaving the Kardashian show?
So, I mean, every day is different.
Oh, so you actually considered it?
Yeah, but at the current moment, I'm happy and very into my blessings and feeling really good. But I've definitely, have my moments where...
In the same interview, she opened up when she was asked if it's intimidating that their youngest sister, Kylie, is the wealthiest. Kourtney answered, "Probably subconsciously it makes us feel like, when's it enough?" Not to worry though, Kourtney still has an empire of her own and her net worth is at an estimated $35 million. Speaking of Kourtney's money, it also bought her a beautiful mansion in Calabasas. If you watched any of the other Kardashian-Jenner clan house tours, you'd know most of the women in the fam live beside each other, aside from Kendall. We've got Kris, Kim and Kylie in the Hidden Hills neighborhood, and Khloe and Kourtney next door in the community called the Oaks. Comments for Rihanna's and Katy Perry's, so I'll definitely do those soon. So before we look at Kourtney's current home, we'll look at the house she was living in prior to this since it was pretty interesting. Her and her ex-man Scott Disick lived in Calabasas before as well, but this home was a bit smaller. It was purchased back in 2010 for $1.7 million, which seems like a small price to pay for this size and location. Although the home was 5,400 square feet, Kourtney said her and her family needed more space at the time. Kourtney had hired interior designer Jeff Andrews to completely redesign the 4-bed and 4.5-bath home, which made it unique to say the least. Back then, Scott actually described this home as Alice in Wonderland meets Beetlejuice. Sounds right up my alley. The new design was a lot of bright colored furniture and statement pieces inside black and white rooms. There was a piano room which Kourtney said, "This was the dining room when we moved in and it evolved into a whatever room. The piano was in my parents' house since I was born and my mom gave it to me. The black and white chairs were also in my house as a child and I had them redone. The hot pink chaise was Khloe's, she didn't want it. I said to her, I'm gonna redo this and you're gonna regret it, and she does." Kourtney's fave room in this house was her daughter Penelope's, which at the time was a cute pink nursery, and her second favorite room was the family room where they all hung out and watched movies. We've also seen the dining room, master bedroom, the kids' playroom, and a colorful office which was basically Scott's territory. On early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you could see that Kourtney's living spaces were much smaller than they are these days, so it makes sense that along with having more kids, she'd want to upgrade. Sources also said that a lot of what they showed on the reality show, such as the exterior of the houses, was not actually where the family members lived. This was done for security reasons, but the interior shots were in their real homes. Kourtney and Scott listed this home for about $3.5 million, but it ended up selling for just under $3 million. They upgraded to a home in the Oaks community in Calabasas, a house that previously belonged to retired NFL star Keyshawn Johnson. Let's move on to the place Kourtney calls home these days. It's the same house she and Scott purchased a few years back, but it's all hers now. This house was the one they upgraded to in the Oaks, which is beside Hidden Hills, where most of the Kardashian-Jenners live, like I said. These communities are both in Calabasas. Kourtney made a good choice with this place because she's still next door with her best friend and sister Khloe.
But the sign.
What are you talking about, Kourtney?
The sign said more life.
Okay. Wow. Malika, help us.
Khloe actually got her house after Kourtney, which used to be Justin Bieber's. Clearly it all worked out. Houses in this area are obviously high in price. Any of these celebrity mansions cost well in the multi-million-dollar range. Although Kourtney's place isn't worth as much as Kim's $22 million palace, it certainly wasn't cheap. Kourtney and Scott got this place back in 2014 for $8.5 million. The mansion spans 12,000 square feet with 6 beds and 9 bathrooms, so you could say it's slightly bigger than the last place. With just Kourtney and her 3 kids living there now, it definitely gives them plenty of room. Of course, this home came with a bunch of necessary privacy for Kourtney, thanks to not only a gated courtyard, but also to the green landscape that spans across her property's 1.86 acres. Some features in this home when she purchased it included a games room, movie theater, gym, pool, and a spa and massage room, not to mention an elevator considering the place is so big. Kourtney did get her fair share of renovations done though to make this mansion feel like home. She hired Martin Lawrence Bullard, who seems to work on all of the family's interior design jobs to help her with her vision. Kourtney has also said that she would have loved to be an interior designer and always had a passion for it, so she put a lot of thought into her place too. Kourtney wanted to make her home perfect for her 3 kids as well, which meant a sophisticated but family-friendly design, and of course, super cool rooms personalized for each of them. When you first walk into Kourtney's house, the entry is full of light. There's a ton of windows and views straight to the yard. The living room has similar vibes to her old place with the black and white color scheme. Kourtney's kitchen looks pretty normal with lots of neutral colors and space for the family to hang out and cook. Just like her sister Khloe, Kourtney likes to keep a really organized pantry as well. Kourtney says her dining room is one of her favorites in this house. I never really hear people say that their dining rooms are their fave room, but I guess in Kourtney's case it makes sense. She says, "I use this space to entertain. It's perfect for when I have the whole family over." So, when Kourtney hosts holiday parties with her sisters, you can bet this is the room. It was designed to be both modern and comfortable. When you see Kourtney's master bedroom and master bath, they look a lot less girly than some of her sisters. Kourtney's taste seems a bit more mature and classic. I think the spaces are really nice, but they don't have as much personality as some of the other rooms in the home. I'm sure Kourtney's bathroom is where she spends a lot of her time doing her self-care and skin and beauty routines though.
And feels a little weird, but it's all for a good cause. I try to use clean beauty products as much as possible. The beauty reform laws have not been changed in 80 years, and it is sadly up to us as consumers to try and figure out what is safe and not safe, which is why I love EWG's app called Skin Deep, where you can tell what is safe and not safe. I started becoming obsessed with the products that I put on my kids' skin first, and then I started thinking about my own. The mask actually feels nice. You know how some masks really tight?
Kourtney's closet might not be the biggest, and she doesn't have 2 like Khloe does, but it's still huge. She's shown it off in the past while doing closet cleanouts.
I think we're over these. I had a clothing line in after college, and this was one of our pieces, so it's just the reason I have to keep it.
It's like a mermaid.
Okay, I did wear this, and it was sheer, and my whole ass was showing.
Love.
The guest room in Kourtney's place is somewhere she wanted people to feel comfortable. Apparently, Kourtney always puts out fresh robes, towels, extra blankets, and bottled water for her visitors here so that it has a hotel vibe. I wouldn't mind being a guest there, that's for sure. Kourtney's office is more fit for her this time than the last one since Scott took that one over. High ceilings make this room look really big and open. Her designer also said that there's a chair in here that once belonged to a former French president. The kids' rooms each have their own special design. Her daughter has an all-pink theme where she can show off all her dolls. And her son Mason likes Star Wars, so Kourtney made it full of stars and glow-in-the-dark accents. Her youngest son has his own space too. Outside might just be my fave part of Kourtney's house. There's a huge pool and a perfectly green lawn surrounding it. The views here are amazing and you can see all of the hills in the background. It looks like paradise. If I was Kourtney, I'd want to lounge back there every day. So now that we've seen most of Kourtney's house, I think you can tell just how big and spacious it is. At 12,000 square feet, I could only imagine. Compared to Kourtney's and Scott's previous LA home, the design of this one is a little less out there. Kourtney's taste seems more mature these days, but I kinda like the colorful and unique designs in the old place too. Kourtney's house is beautiful, but the interior shows that her style is definitely different from her sister's. I think that I can tell from her house that she's the eldest one, but it's totally not a bad thing. Even though her place is pretty classic, Kourtney made sure that her kids' rooms were really creative and fun when she designed all this. My favorite part of Kourtney's house has got to be the pool and yard. The view, the lawn, and the pool combined all look so peaceful and fancy. Definitely something out of a dream. I think that Kourtney and the family designer did a great job in personalizing this home for her tastes. She's made the perfect mansion to raise her family, not to mention she gets to live next door to Khloe and beside her other family members too.
It seems that Kourtney Kardashian's latest relationship with Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker has been the talk of the town, and if you didn't already know, the two have long been neighbors in the upscale gated community of the Oaks. Kourtney has called her current Calabasas mansion home for a while now, and after the amazing customization she made to the place, I can see why. She's always had a passion for interior design, and her family home is made to perfection. We'll check out the details of her mansion in the Oaks, her former spot, and more. When she's not busy working, Kourtney is a mom of 3 and has even had an epic playhouse constructed on her property for her kids, which we'll also look at today. She wanted this to be a tech-free place for them to play and read, adding some books that she and her sister Kim liked when they were kids. Kourtney also has a serious love for interior design, and I said if she wasn't famous, she would have pursued that as a career instead. So it's no wonder that her luxurious mansion was designed with every detail in mind, from the beautiful gardens to the rooms inside. While Kourtney has a massive net worth of $35 million or more and can afford to buy up as many properties as she'd like, she hasn't moved around much at all compared to some of her sisters. She's lived in her Calabasas mansion since back in 2014. Hey guys, it's Kara the Vampire Slayer, and I'm bringing you another house tour here on Famous Entertainment. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. We post a new video daily. We reported on Kourtney Kardashian's mansion some time ago, but it was in need of a refresh. Today we're checking out a couple of the eldest Kardashian sisters' properties with some major updates. On this channel, we talk about celebrity houses, but have you ever wondered about their fashion or purchases, like her sister Kim's crazy engagement ring from Kanye? We recently started another channel, Famous Fashion, where myself and some other hosts are reporting on all things celebrity fashion and purchases. Join us and be sure to subscribe. Most recently, in what seems to be a Valentine's Day weekend gift to herself, Summer has yet another big car to add to her driveway. While it may seem more practical, her new designer SUV was far from cheap. As always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram to chat, and now let's get into this video. Back when Kourtney and Scott Disick were still a thing in 2014, they sold the home they lived in and decorated boldly for over $2.9 million. Also located in Calabasas, where Kourtney still lives to this day, the former couple paid $1.7 million for the 5,199 square foot home 4 years prior. Kourt and interior designer Jeff Andrews spent months and months decorating the home in a unique style, which Scott described as Alice in Wonderland meets Beetlejuice. And folks, I can totally see it. The buyer of the home was super into it and paid an additional $125K for select furnishings and decor in the place. The colonial style home may have looked unassuming from the outside, but moving indoors you are greeted with features like black and white striped ceilings, artsy chandeliers and fixtures, and even the odd statue. They transformed the dining room into piano room that Kourtney spoke about, saying, "The piano was in my parents' house since I was born and my mom gave it to me. The black and white chairs were also in my house as a child and I had them redone. The hot pink chaise was Khloe's, she didn't want it. I said to her, I'm gonna redo this and you're going to regret it." And she does. The bright furniture and statement pieces seem to be a theme in this home, even in spaces like the entryway and the staircase. There was also a dark office with pops of rainbow, which was said to be Scott's space to work. One of Kourtney's fave rooms at the time was the family room, where they all hung out and watched movies together. I think my fave feature was outside though, and it was the large pool surrounded with round spaceship-looking loungers. It overlooked amazing views of the hills and looked like the perfect spot to unwind. However, the same year Kourtney and Scott sold this home, they bought the spot Kourtney still lives in to this day, an estate that used to belong to retired NFL star Keyshawn Johnson just down the street, which would serve as her next big home project. Kourtney and her ex Scott snagged this Calabasas mansion for just over $8.4 million after Keyshawn Johnson had issues with then neighbor Justin Bieber. They had a publicized feud after Justin was caught speeding in his Ferrari through the residential neighborhood while kids were playing in the streets. Either way, he moved on from there too, and funny enough, Kourt's sister Khloe bought the
Habib's home at the time. Located in the Oaks, a posh gated community, Kourtney found everything she wanted in a family home. She said after moving from their former place that she needed more room for her growing family, and she got her wish as this mansion spans nearly 12,000 square feet on 1.86 acres of land. The custom home boasts both views and celeb-style privacy with 6 beds and 9 baths. The mansion was already spectacular, but you know, with Kourtney's flair for design, she had to completely reinvent the place. She appointed their family favorite designer, Martin Lawrence Bullard, who's worked on a handful of Kardashian-Jenner abodes to make the house a home. Kourtney had a focus on her 3 kids when designing and wanted to make the place sophisticated yet family-friendly. Walking in the mansion, there's an impressive 2-level, light-filled foyer with walls of windows, and the formal living room is fitted with black and white furniture, her piano, a fireplace, and a completely modern vibe. The chef's kitchen is fitted with limestone floors, a beamed wooden ceiling, and top-of-the-line appliances like a Wolf range and Sub-Zero fridge. Glass-fronted cabinets also show off Kourt's neatly stacked plates, bowls, and mugs. Other features of Kourtney's mansion include a games room, spa and sauna, elevator, and home movie theater. During the ongoing pandemic, Kourtney showed off her master suite in an Instagram post, which featured her king-size bed, a fluffy white rug, and a coffee table full of books. She's also shown fans one of the guest rooms in her home, which she wanted to give a hotel vibe for visitors, adding fresh robes, towels, blankets, and bottles of water. The grounds of her massive estate include covered patios with an outdoor fireplace, a basketball court, and of course a beautiful pool and spa. The reality star even hosted an outdoor sleepover and movie screening in the garden of her home last summer, where she set up a huge projection screen and comfy spaces on the rolling lawn for her whole family to hang out. Elsewhere, Kourtney's property boasts everything from fruit trees to a barbecue area and an additional cabana. And we can't forget this amazing feature she added. There are definite perks to being one of Kourtney's kids, like the fact that you get a custom playhouse nicer than most adult homes. The luxurious mini mansion is situated on the grounds of Kourtney's home, and it's more modern than the main residence, but still cozy. Inside there are clean lines, large windows, and even air conditioning. The cream-colored furnishings include a modern couch which came from Auntie Kim K, who had it custom made, and the space is built in the style of a lofted nook. There are books, stuffed animals, and features like a rocking horse that were passed down from when Kourtney was a child. One of the major catches of the space is that it's technology-free, and Kourtney explained that while the kids asked for a TV, she refused. She made it a space for them to read books, use their imaginations, and play. I'd say that Kourtney's kids are living the dream. So I think that about wraps it up for our updated Kourtney Kardashian house tour. We checked out her mansion in the Oaks, as well as some upgrades she's made over the years, and even the former property she used to live in down the street. One thing's for sure, Kourtney clearly loves interior design, so I'm sure that even if she stays put at this mansion for many years to come, she'll be updating it with current trends. What about you guys? What was your favorite feature of the eldest Kardashian sister's home? Like I said, I love the pool in her former place, but her new mansion has yet another impressive and massive pool. Even that projection screen she set up in her yard is amazing. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, and you can even go ahead and rate Kourtney's mansion.
Hey, what's up, AD? I'm Travis Barker. We're in Calabasas, California. Welcome to my home.
In recent news, newlyweds Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker have purchased what's reportedly their first shared piece of property together. Located in an area of Santa Barbara, California, which is where the couple got engaged and legally married, they bought the new beach house off of Conan O'Brien for $14.5 million. The new crib offers over 2,000 square feet of space, a large guest house, modern details like a Tesla charging station, as well as amazing water views. And it's the first time Kourtney and Travis are technically shacking up together. Recently, Kourtney opened up about living in a different home than her husband, particularly because they live down the street from one another in Calabasas, and mostly they just go back and forth between their respective homes. Also, Michael and I have dropped our own house tour of our new home that we moved into this year, so go ahead and subscribe to our personal channel if you want to see where we're living and more of what we're up to. In these videos, we don't reveal any addresses, and even though I've done a house tour of my own place, please do not show up at any private residences because it's not safe for anyone. While Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker have been married for almost half a year now, the couple still doesn't live together, according to Kourt herself. However, they did finally buy their first joint property together. This new home is located in Santa Barbara, California, a destination which the newlyweds love and where they actually got engaged and legally married. More specifically, the crib is located in the low-key beach town of Carpinteria, which is south of Santa Barbara and Montecito. And the pair bought it off Conan O'Brien for $14.5 million. He paid only $7.9 million for the oceanfront retreat 7 years ago, but since then, Conan gave the place a complete remodel. In this neighborhood, some of Kardashian Barker's nearest neighbors include Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, Kevin Costner, and George Lucas. This is the first time Kourtney and Travis bought a house together, and recently, Kourtney is the one who revealed that while they're married, they still don't live together. However, as you likely know, their main homes are located in the same gated community in Calabasas called the Oaks. When explaining the reasoning behind this living situation, Kourt said, "We want our kids to also feel really comfortable, and they have both lived in their homes their whole lives for the most part. And they each have their rooms, and we are a block away." Travis shares 3 children, son Landon, daughter Alabama, and former stepdaughter Atiana with his ex-wife Shanna, and Kourtney has 3 kids of her own, Mason, Penelope, and Rain, who she shares with ex Scott Disick. While the two have maintained their separate households, they still make an effort to see each other on the daily. Kourtney continued, "When the kids are at their dad's house, I stay at his house, and there's still nights when we'll stay at each other's houses in between. I get up at 6 in the morning, and I carpool every morning, and then I go straight to his house and have matcha. He has it ready for me." Then Travis apparently stops by his wife's home in the evening, no matter what, to say goodnight, even if it's after midnight. Either way, now these lovebirds can have a home they officially share, even if it's more of a weekend getaway. The new abode offers 2,142 square feet of space throughout, as well as 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms total. The main house just has 2 cozy bedrooms and a single bath with 1,000 square feet, while there's also a downstairs level with bonus room, storage space, and carport. The home also has an open plan kitchen with top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances, granite counters, and it attaches to the combo living and dining room. Here you'll find a sprawling living area with double-height ceilings, metal fireplace, as well as full walls of glass with views out to the ocean. This living room further opens out to the large wooden deck, which is perfect for bringing your meals outside, and the bedrooms share a balcony with more water views. If you're wondering where the rest of the bedrooms and bathrooms are, Kourtney and Travis's beach property also boasts a 2-level detached guest house. Here, there are 2 separate bedroom suites, which are ideal for either staff or family and friends who are coming by to visit. This guest space offers a living room and a kitchenette with breakfast bar as well. Attached to the guest house is the home's 2-car garage. It's been decked out with a Tesla charging station, while the property has large gates for privacy. Also on the half-acre grounds, there are 50 feet of oceanfront land and a tropical jungle of plants and gardens that include large palm trees and much more to round things out. When they aren't spending time at the beach, Travis's main home in Calabasas is a lot more tranquil than you might expect from a rock star. His mansion is located in the exclusive gated community of the Oaks, and he purchased it way back in 2007 for $9.5 million. Thanks to aerial shots, we can see how massive the estate is, situated on 1.5 acres of land. While Travis has owned the home for about 15 years, he decided that it was time to give the home a refresh, appointing celebrity designer Waldo Fernandez for the task. When the drummer bought the home, it was newly constructed, and it's a single level spanning 10,198 square feet of space. There are also 7 beds and 7.5 baths throughout, with features like a home theater, wine cellar, games room, and detached guest house. In terms of his redesign, his designer Waldo explained that Travis was hoping for a home he could quote-unquote be on peace with himself at. Throughout the residence, there's a toned-down color scheme with tailored upholstery, warm woods, and a custom mid-century inspired furnishings. There are towering ceilings in the common spaces, some of them vaulted and barreled, along with inlaid stone floors, Venetian plaster walls, hand-carved moldings, imported granite, and marble counters. Travis's lofty living room has a custom sofa and lounge chairs by Waldo's Designs and boasts open views out to the pool. The nearby family room also offers custom furnishings as well as a cocktail table and opens up to a covered terrace for an indoor-outdoor vibe. Once you step foot in the foyer, you get a clear view through the home
home right out to the backyard and pool, and there are open living spaces all around. The modern kitchen is attached to a combo living area, roaring fireplace, and wall-mounted TV. While in the kitchen itself, there are sleek black countertops, wolf wall ovens, pendant lights, a paneled Sub-Zero fridge, and more. There is also a sunny breakfast nook with a chic table set into a curved wall of windows and a large, separate formal dining room. The games room here was also reimagined and now dubbed the entertainment room. It's a sprawling space with a ping pong table, bar, and more. Elsewhere in the mansion, there's a full recording studio and a comfy-looking home movie theater. Travis's master suite has a sitting area in a sunny windowed nook, a fireplace, walk-in closet, and an attached bath with a silver travertine tub. Outside, the entertaining pavilion has a barbecue center, outdoor kitchen and fireplace, as well as the adjoining mosaic pool and spa. All of this is surrounded by rolling lawns and fountains, and there's a poolside cabana back here too. As for Kourtney's home, also located in the Oaks and just down the way from her hubby, she purchased this 2-acre estate back in 2011 when she was with her ex Scott for about $8.4 million off of retired NFL star Keyshawn Johnson. The 12,000 square foot abode offers views and celeb-style privacy with 6 beds and 9 baths. The mansion was already amazing, but you know, with Kourtney's flair for design, she had to completely reinvent the place. She appointed their family favorite designer, Martin Lawrence Bullard, who's worked on a handful of Kardashian-Jenner abodes, to make the house a home. Kourtney also had a focus on her 3 kids when designing and wanted to make the place sophisticated yet family-friendly. Walking in the mansion, there's an impressive 2-level light-filled foyer with walls of windows, and the formal living room is fitted with black and white furniture, her piano, a fireplace, and a very modern vibe. Then the chef's kitchen has limestone floors, a beamed wooden ceiling, and top-of-the-line appliances like a Wolf range and Sub-Zero fridge. Glass-fronted cabinets also show off Kourt's neatly stacked plates, bowls, and mugs, and the room is spacious with an industrial flair. Other features of Kourtney's mansion include a games room, spa and sauna, elevator, and home movie theater. In the past, Kourtney has shown off her master suite on Instagram too, which featured her king-size bed, a fluffy white rug, and a coffee table full of books. She's also shown fans one of the guest rooms in her home, which she wanted to give a hotel vibe for visitors, adding fresh robes, towels, blankets, and bottles of water. Another feature the reality star has added to her home is her very own Pilates studio with all the equipment you would need. The grounds of her massive estate include covered patios with an outdoor fireplace, a basketball court, and of course a beautiful pool and spa. The reality star even hosted an outdoor sleepover and movie screening in the garden of her home recently, where she set up a huge projection screen and comfy spaces on the lawn for her whole family to hang out. Elsewhere, Kourtney's property boasts everything from fruit trees to barbecue area and an additional cabana. Her yard also features a flower wall that looks so beautiful when it's in bloom. Well, it seems that both Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker have a peaceful vibe in their beautiful mansions, and I'm sure they'll bring that style to the new vacation home they bought together. But for now, that's gonna wrap up this house tour.
2 years after getting married, Kourtney Kardashian and her husband, Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker, finally merged their families under one roof. The celebrity couple, who each own separate mansions in Calabasas, California, have been cautious in deciding how to best blend their families into one home. Travis is a father of 2 and stepfather to 1 from his previous marriage to actress Shannon Moakler, while Kardashian, well, she shares 3 children with her ex, Scott Disick. Considering Kourtney and Travis's son, Rocky 13, was born at the end of 2023, that's likely when they finally moved in together. The plan was to move into Travis's home while renovating Kourtney's current mansion from top to bottom.
Why don't you show the little matcha station?
While this marks the first time the Kardashian Barkers will be living in the same main residence, the couple already co-own one property. A $14.5 million beach house in Carpentria, California, purchased in 2022 from Conan O'Brien. After finally moving in together, the whole Kardashian-Barker clan is living in Travis's Calabasas home. Kourtney said in an episode of The Kardashians, "Travis and I have really been taking our time with figuring out where it makes sense for us to live together because the kids are also comfortable in their spaces."
No kissing.
Just one. No. In the episode, filmed last year, the couple was preparing for the birth of their son, Rocky 13, who was born at the end of 2023.
Kourtney continued saying, "We're going to move into his house, which is a block away, and then redo my house at the same time so that we can all be together, living together under one roof with the baby." Travis also shared in his house tour with Architectural Digest that he planned to convert his home studio into a bunk room for Kourtney's 3 children as well. Let's take a closer look at this home. Travis's main residence in Calabasas is located in the exclusive gated community of the Oaks. Barker purchased this mansion back in 2007 for $9.5 million, which sits on 1.5 acres of land and is currently serving as the family's home. After owning the property for over 15 years, Travis then decided it was time for a refresh and enlisted celebrity designer Waldo Fernandez to oversee the redesign. This sprawling single-story home spans just under 10,200 square feet, featuring 7 bedrooms and 7.5 baths. It also boasts a home theater, wine cellar, games room, and a detached guest house. Waldo noted that Travis envisioned a space where he could be at peace with himself. The redesign reflected this desire with a subdued color palette. There's also tailored upholstery, warm wood accents, and custom mid-century inspired furnishings. Common spaces in the home are marked by towering ceilings, some vaulted or barreled, and luxurious finishes like inlaid stone floors, Venetian plaster walls, hand-carved moldings, and imported granite and marble countertops. The airy living room, designed by Waldo, offers custom sofa lounges and opens up to views of the pool. Nearby, the family room, furnished with a custom cocktail table, extends onto a covered terrace for an indoor-outdoor living experience. Upon entering the foyer, guests are greeted with an unobstructed view through the house out to the backyard and pool, showcasing the home's open layouts. The modern kitchen is part of a combined living area that features a roaring fireplace and wall-mounted TV. It includes sleek black countertops, wolf wall ovens, pendant lighting, and a paneled sub-zero fridge. The space also includes a sunny breakfast nook, a chic table set into a curved wall of windows, and a large formal dining room. The entertainment room, previously a games room, now features a ping pong table and a bar for added fun, and elsewhere there's a cozy home theater for movie nights. The master suite's a luxury retreat with a sitting area and a sunlit nook, a fireplace, walk-in closet, and bathroom equipped with a silver travertine tub. Outside, the entertainment pavilion has a barbecue center, outdoor kitchen, and fireplace, as well as a beautiful mosaic pool and spa. The outdoor space is also surrounded by rolling lawns, fountains, and a poolside cabana. While Kourtney's home, also located in the Oaks, was already fabulous and completely redesigned in recent years, we'll have to wait and see what it looks like after the current remodel. Considering her spacious mansion boasts 12,000 square feet of space, the couple and their blended family might just decide to move in there. In 2022, Kourtney and Travis bought their first home together in Santa Barbara, California, where they actually got engaged and legally married. More specifically, the home is located in the low-key beach town of Carpentria, and the pair bought it off Conan O'Brien for $14.5 million. This home spans over 2,100 square feet, featuring 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths in total. The main house offers 1,000 square feet, including 2 comfortable bedrooms and 1 bathroom, with an additional lower level that contains a bonus room, storage area, and carport. The residence also has an open concept kitchen equipped with high-end stainless steel appliances, granite counters, and connects seamlessly to the combined living and dining area. The spacious living room boasts double-height ceilings, a metal fireplace, and full walls of glass that offer stunning ocean views. The living room extends out to a large wooden deck ideal for outdoor dining, while the bedrooms share a balcony with more views of the water. As for the additional bedrooms and baths, the property also has a 2-level detached guest house. This space provides 2 private bedroom suites, perfect for accommodating staff, family, or visiting guests. The guest house also has a living room and a kitchenette with breakfast bar. Attached to the guest house is a 2-car garage complete with a Tesla charging station. The property is enclosed by large gates for added privacy and sits on a half-acre lot offering 50 feet of oceanfront land. The grounds are lush with tropical plants and gardens, including towering palm trees, enhancing the home's serene, beachside vibe. For today, that is gonna wrap up our look into Kourtney Kardashian's homes that she shares with Travis Barker and their family. I'm positive that almost everyone in the world knows who Kylie Jenner is, because how could you not? She's one of the biggest celebrities out there, and I would even call her the ultimate influencer. Not to mention, she only just recently turned 22. Her amount of fame and fortune is enough to blow your mind, and she's 144 million followers on IG at the time of this recording. Kylie has a handful of titles, including media personality or reality TV star, model, entrepreneur, and socialite. She's well known for starring on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, obviously, as well as owning her own company, Kylie Cosmetics. Kylie is also a mom these days and had her daughter Stormi with her man Travis Scott, but that's all old news. Let's not forget that she was titled the world's youngest billionaire earlier this year. Forbes magazine said that Kylie's net worth was estimated at $1 billion US. They called Kylie the world's youngest self-made billionaire, but obviously that received controversy because, duh. Look who her family is and where she came from. Anyways, imagine all the things you could do with that kind of dough. Considering Kylie is a billionaire, she can definitely afford any house she wants. So, of course, Kylie has an impressive mansion that's not only spacious and fancy, it's also all personalized to her liking and to reflect her style. Kylie opened up her home for a photo shoot and gave a tour of it earlier this year, and I've also seen footage of her spot thanks to her IG, like when Travis covers the place in roses. So if you've ever been curious where Kylie calls home, today I'm gonna show you. We'll see if her mansion really is a total image of her. Hey guys, it's Kara, and we've been trying something a little different here on this channel. Today we're gonna be taking a look at Kylie Jenner's home and give the details on our house tour. It's no doubt that Kylie's spot is nothing short of insane, so get ready to be at least a little bit jealous. Kylie purchased her spot back in 2016, and it's located in the LA suburb, Hidden Hills. In fact, according to Trulia.com, the youngest of the family has 3 homes in the Hidden Hills, since she bought one for $6 million there beforehand and its neighbor for $4.5 million. Her mother, Kris, and her siblings also have houses there. The mansion that Kylie calls home was purchased for $12 million and features 8 beds and 11 baths. The house is 13,200 square feet and sits on 1.4 acres of land, obviously looking over Los Angeles. When Kylie bought the home years back, it looked stunning and was brand new. It already had a theater, gourmet kitchen, a pool and spa, even a massage room. But Kylie didn't want to settle. She wanted to make this place her own, and I mean, if you're that rich, you can do whatever the hell you want. So Kylie got the designer Martin Lawrence Bullard to help her create her dream home. He's apparently a big deal when it comes to design. Kylie said, "I told Martin I wanted a fresh, fun vibe to match the way I was feeling. Color was essential. I love pink and wanted a lot of it." And a lot of pink is exactly what she got. But you'll see. And remember how young Kylie still is. Even though she's a mom, I doubt she wants a boring house. Definitely makes sense that she wanted her place to be exciting. I, for one, am into the pink theme. By the home's entryway, there are Andy Warhol prints of Marilyn Monroe lining the wall up the staircase. Kylie has said that she loves Marilyn and feels a deep connection to the icon, so this artwork was chosen for that reason. Looking at the living room, the color scheme looks really fresh. I love the white couches and the white grand piano. The living room is meant to give both an old and new Hollywood vibe. And Kylie's golden sparkly cocktail table in this room is totally a statement piece. I'm obsessed with Kylie's dining room, definitely one of my fave parts of the home. This room gives off equal girly and retro vibes. The table and chairs are custom by Kylie's designer Martin, and just like Kylie requested, the chairs are pink. Well, almost all of them. I could imagine that this room would make the perfect photo op for a dinner party, especially if it's a girls' night. Kylie's kitchen is fancy as well, and I also heard that the star likes to bake, so this giant kitchen clearly gives her more than enough room. There's also a really interesting chandelier in here that looks cool, but kind of scary too. Apparently, if you want to buy this chandelier, you can, but it's gonna cost you over 13 grand. Kylie's master bedroom is massive, no doubt, and there's even a couch and seating area with a custom daybed. When you go into the master bath, you can tell it's Kylie's. Pink is a theme here, and one of the things I noticed is how great the natural lighting looks in here. Pretty sure you could take some great selfies. And in case you wanted to know, all of those pink towels are Louis Vuitton. If you're staying in one of the guest bedrooms, you probably won't complain considering how nice it is. You just have to stare at pictures of her mom, Kris Jenner, while you're in bed. This room has a monochrome vibe and features vintage pics of Kris on the wall. I think that I like the family room better than the living room just because it looks a bit cozier. Like, I would rather hang out in this room in my PJs than the other one. What I like about it most has got to be that hammock thing and what looks like the furriest blanket in the world, not to mention the fireplace. Her mom also agrees with me. Even the second floor landing in Kylie's house is a hangout space in itself. There's enough space for a giant sectional and then some. The hot pink and blue tables here are gorgeous. Kylie also has a games room with a bar at her place. The star says that she loves having people over, so keeping this in mind, her designer said, "The look is glamorous but totally inviting. There's nothing so precious that you can't stand, jump, or dance on it." The bar is super cool and looks like a great spot to hang out. I found the condom art on the wall an interesting choice though, not gonna lie. The game room is supposed to be slightly more wild and Kylie wanted it to be an adult play zone. Aside from the bar, there's also a pool table and pinball machines. And if you look closer beside the candy bowls, she has her sister's books on the table. Not surprising. So in my opinion, I've saved the best for last, which would be Kylie's glam room and her closet. I think her glam room is what makes the mansion the most Kylie-esque. The glam room is the place where Kylie does her makeup and hair or gets her team to do it for her. There's a ton of pink featured here. After all, it is a Barbie-themed room. There are pink seats, pink tables, and a neon pink sign that says plastic. There are also some framed photos of Barbie herself. Kylie has also said about these rooms, "My closet and glam room are very personal to me, even down to the size of each drawer, so they fit my specific products and clothes. I spend a lot of time in those rooms, so we had to make sure they were perfect." Kylie's closet or dressing room is fit for a princess and it's the perfect spot to show off all her designer gear. There's also a walk-in area specifically for Kylie's handbags. Looking at it makes me so jealous. Actually, her handbag closet reminds me a lot of Jeffree Star's. So I wonder who has the better collection. We also know that Kylie has a pool because first of all, almost all celebrity mansions in Hollywood do, and because we've seen it. And plus, what else are you gonna do with 1.4 acres of land? So although Kylie has always lived in luxury, her main house is definitely a step above the rest. And comparing it to her previous spots, she really outdid herself. I think that Kylie's house has got to be one of my faves considering how personalized it is. Even though it's really fancy, there's still an inviting and comfortable vibe to it, which I think a lot of mansions don't have. I might be a little biased because her place has so much of my favorite color pink, but I think Kylie did a great job bringing her dream house to life and getting the interior designed just the way she wanted.
In recent news, Kylie Jenner just dropped close to $40 million on a new mansion. It's not surprising though when you consider she did buy her first multi-million-dollar home at the young age of 17. If you've ever wondered what the world's youngest billionaire Kylie does with all that wealth, you should know she puts a lot of it into real estate. In this video, we'll check out her brand new resort-like mega mansion in Holmby Hills and the other homes she owns. Kylie Jenner is a media personality best known for starring on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and basically for just being a member of the most famous family out there right now. She was named one of the most influential teens in the world back when she still was one and remains one of the most followed people on Instagram. Despite being the youngest of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, you could argue she's found the most success. From her businesses like Kylie Cosmetics and the fact that she was named the world's youngest billionaire by Forbes last year, she's accomplished more than most and she's only 22. Kylie's also a mom and her baby daddy rapper Travis Scott made headlines in 2018 for going halvesies on a mansion in LA. But this was far from the first home Kylie's invested in, and it certainly wasn't going to be the last. In fact, she's already one-upped it with this new addition. In her short lifetime, Kylie's owned more than 5 Los Angeles mansions and has built quite the real estate empire. I mean, she bought her $2.7 million starter home when she was still in the 12th grade, basically. With a net worth of $1 billion, she's used a lot of her wealth on buying and selling beautiful homes, which is definitely a smart thing to do.
Although Kylie, Stormi, and Travis have been spending a lot of time in Palm Springs with her family during quarantine, it looks like Kylie's been making another move on the side. It's been reported that the young billionaire has added to her real estate portfolio yet again, and we know just exactly how lavish the new place is. Apparently, Kylie spent a massive $36.5 million on this home, but it was a discount considering that it was originally listed for $45 million. The mansion is located in the exclusive neighborhood of Holmby Hills, Los Angeles, which is in the western area of LA. It's bordered by Beverly Hills on the east and Bel Air to the north, with Sunset Boulevard being the main strip nearby. In fact, Holmby Hills is home to the iconic Playboy Mansion and of course many other celebs. Kylie's new estate has been called a resort-style compound, considering the property offers 4 separate guest houses and a 24-hour guardhouse in addition to the main mansion. It also looks like a luxury resort if I do say so myself. The total space adds up to 19,250 square feet, and the main home is a massive 15,350 square feet on its own. There are 7 bedrooms and 14 bathrooms, and the lot is just under an acre of land. Not to mention, Kylie gravitated to this home thanks to the extra privacy and security. It's hidden behind a large wall and gate, and then there's that 24-hour guard. The mansion is a single-story building with high ceilings, open spaces, and a modern layout. There are plenty of indoor-outdoor style rooms, and the home is full of natural light and floor-to-ceiling windows and doors. Inside Kylie's new spot, you've got the usual mansion rooms like multiple hangout spaces and common areas, formal and non-formal dining rooms, as well as a state-of-the-art kitchen that opens up to the yard and pool in the center of the property. It seems like Kylie's already got to posting some photos in the new place, which we can see from her Instagram. Features of her home include a professional and massive bar and games room, a gym, and 2 home theater options, one inside as well as an outdoor projection screen. There's a full championship-level sports court for basketball and additional area for other sports. There are also guest apartments complete with kitchenettes and living rooms, and suites with private patios and entrances, which is great for having friends and fam over. There are 20 parking spaces at the home, which is perfect for Kylie's luxury car collection and maybe even some of Travis's cars if he ever moves in. On the grounds of the compound, you'll also find a huge modern fire pit, patios to hang out and lounge at, and even a palm tree for a tropical touch. And can we talk about that huge pool and spa? It's definitely the focus of the property, considering it's right in the middle and includes its own cabana. I mean, it looks like something out of a Vegas pool party. Despite the world moving slowly for the most part right now, Kylie has obviously given herself something to be super excited about with this new luxury mansion. I'm kind of shocked she decided to move away from Hidden Hills where most of her fam is, but I guess it was time for a change, and this house is impressive to say the least. Let's not forget it wasn't too long ago Kylie and Travis decided to invest in a Los Angeles mansion together. This mansion cost them $13.5 million, but compared to Kylie's new place, it seems like nothing. Around fall 2018, Kylie and Travis got a modern-looking estate in Beverly Hills that sat on a 1.1-acre lot at the end of a private cul-de-sac. They still own it, but I'm guessing now that it's more of an investment property than where they call home. Inside, this mansion spans 8,141 square feet of living space and has 7 beds and 10 bathrooms. Kylie and Travis's master suite here alone covers 2,300 square feet, which is bigger than many homes. Of course, it has a private balcony overlooking both the city and ocean. Not to mention, there are oversized walk-in closets throughout. The master suite, of course, offers the biggest one of them all, perfect for Kylie's handbag collection if she keeps any at this house, that is. Other features of Kylie and Travis's Beverly Hills home include a home movie theater, full gym, library, wine room, and more. One of the reasons the on and off again couple love this home is because of the heavy security. This gated estate is one of the most private compounds in the neighborhood according to the listing, and it's practically paparazzi proof. An array of trees and greenery cover the multiple outdoor seating areas as well as the decks on the first and second floors of the house. The backyard is also one of the nicest parts of the home. Not only is it spacious, but there's a large pool and great entertainment area that looks perfect for parties and having guests over. There's also a separate guest house for visitors. In last year's vid we did on Kylie's homes, her Hidden Hills spot was her main one. Like I mentioned, over the years she's bought and sold more than one mansion in the same neighborhood, even renting one to her brother Rob at one point.
Anyways, this is the home we knew as Kylie's primary residence, and as far as we know, she still owns it. Meaning, as it stands, she owns at least 3 multi-million-dollar properties. This house was featured in Architectural Digest, and Kylie did a whole photo shoot here after it was completely redecorated. This place cost around $12 million back in 2016, and it's definitely the one she's lived in the longest. It's located in Hidden Hills, the exclusive gated neighborhood the Kardashian-Jenner family infested, and it was the perfect spot. This home spans over 13,000 square feet of living space and sits on 1.43 acres of land. It's a Cape Cod-style mansion and has 8 beds and 9.5 baths. Kylie got the home completely suited to her taste, and in 2019 she showed it off for all of us to see. Home was totally redesigned for her with a ton of pink throughout and youthful energy. Her Hidden Hills mansion offers features like a custom home theater, games room with wet bar, office with fireplace, home gym, massage room, and more. There's also a 6-car garage with space for her fancy collection and additional circular driveway. Kylie's master bedroom at this place has an all-stone bathroom and large balcony, and she made it even more impressive after the renos. The master bath was fresh, full of light, and of course, Kylie added pink accents. She also had her own custom glam room created for her to get ready. This is like the Barbie room, and there's space for all the wigs and makeup she has, which is a lot. Not to mention, instead of your average walk-in closet, Kylie has a massive dressing room and then an additional handbag closet. Pretty crazy. Not to mention, there's an additional guest house that's the size of your average family home with its own bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, sitting room, private entry, and courtyard. Out back, Kylie has a gorgeous pool and spa and plenty of patios and space to entertain. Even though it seems like she's moved on to her new resort style property, I don't think she'd want to part with this one. It's literally just a Kylie home and is probably really special to her since she got it all custom designed. So now we've taken a look at Kylie Jenner's updated real estate, including her brand new mega mansion in Holmby Hills. She still has the Beverly Hills mansion she bought with Travis and her pink Hidden Hills dream home too. One thing's for sure, Kylie loves spending her fortune on real estate, and by the looks of it, she's making some nice investments. After seeing Miss Jenner's new home, what did you guys think? Did you like the resort style vibe, or is it too much? I think the place is gorgeous. I mean, who wouldn't want to live there? It's almost time for Kylie Jenner to call her record-breaking $15 million mega mansion in Hidden Hills home sweet home. Recent aerial photos of the billionaire's impressive fortress-like residence show that construction is almost complete, about 3 years after it began. Spanning 30,000 square feet, this ultimate modern farmhouse mansion was designed by renowned Canadian architect Richard Landry and sits on a sprawling 4-acre lot, the largest one in Hidden Hills. In recent photos, many of the home's top features appear finished, including the roof and sauna installation. When it's complete, Kylie's mansion is expected to boast 15 bedrooms and even an underground bunker. Kylie Jenner is no stranger to luxury real estate. Her latest property adds to her already impressive real estate portfolio. She currently resides in a $36 million mansion in Holmby Hills and also owns a Beverly Hills mansion, which she and her ex Travis Scott are in the process of selling. Kylie purchased her main Holmby Hills estate in April 2020, just a few months before acquiring this Hidden Hills lot. Her real estate journey began at age 17 when she bought her first house in 2015, a nearly 5,000 square foot home in Calabasas. She bought the property for $2.7 million and sold it 2 years later for $3.1 million. Her portfolio continued to expand the following year when she purchased a mansion in Hidden Hills featuring 6 bedrooms and 7 baths for $6 million. She sold this property in 2018 for $6.7 million. Just 3 months later, Kylie bought the house next door for $4.5 million, which she later sold in 2017 for $5.3 million. In 2018, Kylie and Travis Scott bought a $13 million investment home in Beverly Hills, where they briefly lived with their daughter Stormy before putting the place on the market for $21.9 million. Kylie Jenner is soon to call her $15 million mega mansion in Hidden Hills her new home. Aerial photos of the 27-year-old billionaire's fortress-like residence show construction is nearly complete, 3 years after the project began. This 30,000 square foot modern farmhouse, designed by architect Richard Landry, sits on a 4-acre lot, making it the largest one in Hidden Hills. More recent photos show that the home's top features, including the roof and sauna, are now finished. The mansion is expected to have 15 bedrooms and an underground bunker when it's fully done. Originally a barren plot, the property has been transformed by landscapers who have added lush greenery around the home, enhancing both its beauty and privacy. The mansion's location keeps Kylie close to her family, as it's near her mother Kris Jenner's and her sister Khloe Kardashian's homes. The exterior of Kylie's mansion features walls that match the gray roof material. She appears to be adding a large pool in her backyard, which is currently covered by green roofing. To access the sprawling property, Kylie will drive through a tunnel that runs underneath the building. Additionally, the home is rumored to include an underground bunker. Despite the mansion nearing completion, there are still several tasks to be done before Kylie can move in with her 2 children, daughter Stormi and her son Air. The outdoor space definitely needs further landscaping, and some exterior wooden planks remain unfinished. Construction trailers and porta potties on the property show that there's still ongoing work. Progress on the home was last noticed in October 2023 when the mansion was taking shape with a full layout and roof. Kylie purchased the land, which was a record-breaking $15 million in 2020. The property has a large garage-like structure on the side, likely to house her extensive collection of luxury cars and SUVs. The main house is expected to be around 18,000 square feet, with a smaller guest house on the property, adding to the square footage. Given her past experiences with stalkers, Kylie's also planning to build a facility for her security team to monitor her property. In addition to the mansion, she's constructing a pool and possibly a sports court for recreation as outlined in her blueprints. However, she might still modify these plans to include more custom features. Kylie purchased the 5-acre Hidden Hills land in May 2020. After an off-market all-cash sale, design plans were approved for 12-car garage, guest house, barn, guard shack for full-time security, sports court, pool, and more. Interestingly enough, Miley Cyrus previously owned this property in 2015, using it to house her horses before selling it 3 years later without building a home on it. While she's having that mega home built, Kylie Jenner's current residence is a luxurious $36.5 million resort-style compound located in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles. The property spans over 15,300 square feet and includes 4 separate guest houses along with a 24-hour guardhouse complete with bath and kitchen. Her concrete fortress offers an array of top-notch amenities that rival some of the best resorts, including club-style games rooms and an indoor theater. The Holmby Hills area is a favorite among celebs due to its long, winding driveways and quiet cul-de-sacs that provide privacy away from tourists. But it's still conveniently located near Hollywood, Santa Monica, and more. Kylie's home was brand new when she moved in, with construction completed in August 2019, just 8 months before she purchased it. One of the perks of newly built mansions is the inclusion of the latest entertainment and security systems. And Kylie's home, well, it's no exception. The main mansion in the compound features 7 bedrooms and 14 baths on a single level, with an open plan layout, soaring ceilings, and expansive retractable glass walls that seamlessly connect indoor and outdoor spaces. The interiors of the home are minimalistic with sleek neutral tones and luxurious details in shades of beige, gray, white, and gold. Reports show the estate also features an impressive Art Deco chandelier in the main living area by the outdoor pool. Kylie's property boasts endless amenities, like multiple bars, games room, a massive indoor theater, and an outdoor projection screen. The chef's kitchen is reportedly equipped with European-style cabinets and a range of designer appliances, while the chic formal dining room is nearby.
The estate also includes 2 guest apartments with individual kitchenettes and 2 additional guest suites, each with its own patio and private entry. Kylie's master suite within the mansion includes a spa-style bath with luxe white marble floors and walls, a massive walk-in shower, a standalone tub, and a flat-screen TV. The sprawling property offers extensive indoor and outdoor hangout spaces, including an estimated 5,000 square feet of covered patio area, serving as an entertainment center with TVs, fireplaces, and lounge sofas. The main courtyard and the infinity pool are at the center of the property, with most of the common rooms opening up directly out to the space. Additional features include a gym, spa, modern fire pit, and multiple terraces. Kylie's compound also includes a championship-level sports complex with state-of-the-art tennis court and basketball court, which she shared glimpses of on her Instagram. For today, that's gonna wrap up our look into the homes of Kylie Jenner. Thanks for watching.